scenario with me. Let's say that you've broken your arm, you've been in an accident, and you're rushed to the hospital. And the doctors try to fix it. And they say to you, oh, we're going to have to put a cast on it. And they say, we're so sorry. It will take months before this arm can heal. And so you will have to stay in hospital for that to happen. And then you have to do daily physiotherapy. So they set up this physiotherapy class where all those who have broken their arms have to attend that class. And in that physio class, you get to exercise that hand, do all kinds of hand movements and gestures to keep your arm active. And then every week they bring in new activity for each of you to do. And then this week they say, oh, here's a pencil. Please try and draw the butterfly with this arm so that you can start practicing using the arm again, just like a child would start from scratch. And then next week they bring in clay and say, try using your hand to mold things, mold a clay pot. At the end of the month, we want you all to display all the things that you have drawn and molded, and we will choose the best one, and the best one gets a wonderful prize. You then try every day to do the best drawing and mold the best clay pot so that you can win the prize. You motivate yourself and you say, oh, I must win that first prize and that first place and show everyone how beautiful my drawing is. But that's not the original goal, is it? What is the original goal? To get your arms strengthened and working fine. Who cares if you drew the best butterfly? Doesn't matter. Who cares if you molded the best clay pot? It is who has recovered the most, whose arm has healed the most that matters. The person who is then able to leave the hospital with a fully working arm, like that accident never happened. That's what matters. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here molding clay pots and using pencils to draw butterflies so that we can win the best prize instead of focusing on strengthening our broken arms. If whilst you're molding your clay pot, it causes your arm to be strengthened and it causes you to grow from it, and you become greater inside. You become whole and complete. And you become filled with love. Then it was a beautiful pot that you molded anyway. It doesn't matter what your pot looks like compared to the next person. In fact, they might come and say, Sylvia, your pot looks very like a cup. And you say, okay, but my arm is working fine. Life out here is clay. It's not whose clay pot is the best. It's who is exercising their arms the most so that it is so strengthened that when they are leaving the hospital, it's like they never broke their arm. That is the crux of why we're here. The quality of our lives is not measured by what we have or what we've done or what people think about us, or what we are going to leave behind, which is what we're always worried about. No, it is measured by what we are experiencing inside throughout our lives and how we are using it to grow spiritually. If you've accomplished all sorts of wonderful things outside and the world knows you, but you're always miserable, always depressed, always unhappy, always feeling unfulfilled, then you haven't lived a good life. Yes, you may have achieved a lot outside for the world to see. They would even write your name in gold. But inside, the original goal is lacking. You have created the best painting or carving, but your arm is still so weak that you can't get discharged from the hospital. Those who didn't carve beautiful clay pots have since strengthened their arms and they've gone back home to be with their families. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much people respect you in the world. It makes no difference. If you're not filled with love, if you're not filled with joy and passion and the knowledge of how to strengthen yourself so that you can use it to check out of this hospital that we call life, where you will feel much lighter, much heavier, and much more fulfilled, then you are just wasting your time in hospital. Every moment of your life should be to strengthen yourself. Because when you die, well, none of your clay pot is coming with you. Nothing that you've molded is coming with you. The best clay pot still stays in the hospital as display until someone else comes and makes a better clay pot than yours. And then they'll say, oh, pack all these things and put them in the bin. Have you not noticed? In fact, that should be your clue. What is the meaning of life? Because nothing here that we are running around and chasing about is coming with us. So what is going to come with us then? That should be our question. Because the purpose of life is not what you have acquired. It's not all the stuff that we're chasing, unless that stuff can help us to grow. So much so that our arm is so strengthened in hospital while we're there. And we're in such high state that we wish to let others know and remind them that they came to strengthen their broken arm. And the goal is to be able to leave this hospital alive and well. And the goal is not just molding clay pots and making paintings and compete with each other to see whose pot is the best and whose painting is the best and who's going to win first place. When you realize the goal and begin to live your life with that goal in mind, then you will be ready to check out of this hospital called the earth and to never have to come back here again. The trouble is too many are stuck here for good. They have forgotten their original goal and they're busy playing artist. Come and see my painting. They have forgotten that they have a perfect home to go back to when they're well, where they will be whole and complete and live in love and everlasting joy. Who wants to be in hospital forever? Home is where the heart is, and that is where the longing should be as well. Until next time, take good care of yourself and remember home. Bye for now.